What's up, you guys? This is Blazing Fury 69. This is my first video on YouTube, so if I sound nervous, it's my first time, and I'm gonna try to make duplicates of different videos. I'm not gonna try and be like a one-man show, so I'm gonna try and do multiple videos on like basketball, wrestling, video games, current topics, whatever it may be. I guess right now I'll start my rant on wrestling right now, because I'm a big wrestling fan. WWE versus TNA. People have been, a lot of you wrestling fans have been wondering, what's better, WWE or TNA? And you got to break it down on what's better, because it's not just like one entire thing. You got to break down the storylines, wrestling ability, who's the better owner. My personal opinion, I like TNA better, but there could be those who say they like WWE. The only thing is though, like TNA keeps their storylines updated, and WWE, they don't do any, they're pretty much being lazy right now. Which, if you think about it, I guess they have a right to, because they really have no competition right now. TNA is on Thursdays. Raw, Vince McMahon has 3 different shows. He's got Raw, SmackDown, ECW. So TNA really doesn't interfere at all with WWE. Not one bit. So they're going to have, people are expecting some kind of big showdown between them, and there's not going to be one. Okay, you got to give it a couple years, let TNA have these little sub-shows, and I'm pretty sure then it'll get big. But as for right now, it's not going to be big at all. WWE has a loyal fan base because it's been around. If you ask any wrestling fan or non-wrestling fan, chances are they'll tell you they know like WWE, or if they haven't watched wrestling in a while, WWF. They're hardly them are going to know TNA, for that matter. But like I said, TNA's got better storylines and stuff, and they keep calling out WWE on everything. And WWE doesn't even mention a word of TNA. Sometimes they'll bring in superstars from TNA who even got high in the cards, who've gotten big time. But when they get WWE, they get nothing. And people wonder why this is, because Vince McMahon, starts them out real low compared to what Jeff Jarrett would do, and puts it like Ron Truth Killings, R-Truth, whatever you want to call him. He was the first African American TNA World Heavyweight Champion, and now he's on SmackDown teaming with Kung Fu Naki. Just doing stupid stuff. And Christian Cage, you see, he was in WWE. He was like a mid-card wrestler. Came to TNA, bam, TNA World Heavyweight title, not too long. So, that's the thing with them. TNA gives better opportunities than WWE. Now, like Jeff Hardy went to TNA, and he did pretty good in TNA. And when he came back, he got all these title shots out of nowhere. He's currently the WWE champion. From my knowledge, because I don't have SmackDown because it's on my network TV. I used to watch all the time when it was on CW. I don't get my network TV, so. But anyway, that, and even if they did have a big battle, WWE would kill TNA, because WWE has, like I said, 3 shows. TNA is only one thing, and competition-wise, I guess TNA's got better people in there. Got the X division much better than the cruiserweight division that's dying right now in WWE. Everyone that WWE's got is just not really caring right now. So it seems. I mean, I got like Jeff Hardy. He seems like he's really trying for the business and all. But you got people on TNA who are really, really good. like AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, Chris Sabin, Alex Shelley. But, still, WWE would crush TNA right now because superstars. TNA's got a lack of superstars compared to WWE superstars. And, so it'll be a while before there becomes a big showdown. And plus, TNA, I think, give it time to build. It's already getting popular. I think it'll be a really, really, really loved show because it's got Vince Russo. You can hate me, love me for me saying this. The best writer I've ever, watched. Everything Vince Russo wrote, it was good. He knew how to really make wrestling watchable, which for a lot of people, a lot of people think wrestling is fake. They started watching it when Vince Russo started writing all the Attitude Era, Monday Night Wars. They watched it because of Vince Russo's writing. And I recently played the TNA, well not recently, but I played TNA Impact. That was garbage, let me tell you. That game sucked. I have SmackDown vs. Raw 09 for the PlayStation 3, much better. Much better. And merchandise, especially, WWE's winning. TNA, they're not going to get anything on WWE right now. But I think give it a while, and I think, they would probably, give it a while, TNA would probably catch up with them. As of right now, I'm not too sure. Not too sure at all. Anyway, that was my little vid. Blazing 369. I'll be making a new video soon. Like I said, this is my first time making a video. And, it's 1:46 right now in the morning. So, good thing school is out right now. Anyway, this is my first vid. I hope to make more. Comment. You like me, you hate me, whatever. Tell what you think. Who you like better, WWE, TNA. Send your little comments. And I'll be sure to check them and, the rest. Peace.